Hello folks, it's been a long time since I've done a piece to camera video, so I thought I would share some of my discoveries. I've been reading one of the spiritual classics, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, and I suspect it's a bit of woo-woo. However, its commitment to being in the present moment is really transformational. So much of us spend so much time ruminating on the past or catastrophizing about potential futures, whereas the only moment we really have is now. Now's such an interesting concept, isn't it? You know, the oyster turns an irritation in the now into a pearl. One of the things I learned years ago was about pearl crushers and pearl fishers. So a pearl fisher and a pearl crusher. Pearl crusher is someone who finds an irritant in every pearl. So no matter how good the day is, if one thing goes wrong, they lock into that and crush the joy of the moments. Whereas a pearl fisher is someone who finds a pearl in every moment, even in the irritations. So using the power of now, they go, okay, so that went wrong. How can we use it? And the power of now is about accepting the present moment. He talks about surrender to it, which is an interesting word and has so many negative connotations for so many people. But it's accepting what is in this moment, in the now, and then working with it. And that to me is the essence of improv. The most fundamental principle of theatre improvisation is yes and. When your partner gives you an idea in a sketch, you go yes and. You might not use those words, but you accept what they say and you work with it. And I think the power of now is the ultimate yes and. You accept what's in the moment, even if it's horrible. You just surrender to what is. And you go, this is the way it is. And then you develop from that point. And when you're accepting what is, rather than resisting it, then you're not giving any energy, any negative energy or a negativity to it anymore. You're going with the flow. So maybe a flow state is a now state. Anyway, the most rewarding experience I've had from reading this book is to start spending time very, very still in nature, in the present. And as a result of that, I've seen things like gold crests bathing in the fountain that you can hear in the background. I've seen greater spotted woodpecker, a greater spotted woodpecker. Notice stuff I'd never noticed before. So when you sit here by the fountain, not only do you have the rippling of light from the splashing water drops, you also have dappling of light from the canopy of the trees, the leaves. I think the Japanese concept of there is Shinrin Yoko, forest bathing, just to enjoy the movement and the change and the breeze and the moments. If you start to live more of life in the present, life will become a string of pearls. Positive moment, strung together with another positive moment and another one, which of course is prized. So make your life like a beautiful piece of jewellery by coming into the present. I'm using 4 words at the moment. I am now here, to remind me to come back to the present when I go dashing off into the future or retreating into the past. I am now here. And there's a very interesting example of it. I've got a pretty horrible callus in my finger, which I don't like. So it's easy to resist that and go, I don't want that. If I surrender to the fact that it's just a fact of the temporary life situation, maybe I could use that callus that irritated me and turn it into a pearl. And that's what I've done. I've turned it into a button, an anchor we talk about in NLP. So I touch that button and I say, I am now here. So let that be an encouragement to you to get away into nature and sit still, silent, for 15 minutes. That's all you need. And I am convinced that nature will come to you.